Do you know what I'm saying? But the fact that he's not in midfield anymore, yeah, for me, I feel like my work here is done. And now I can just enjoy whatever the hell he is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Kevin De Bruno, blood. He's like,
Kevin De Bruno.
That's what he is.
The manager's managing, because you said they're getting the best out of what he has. I mean, how he's getting the best out of Bruno, and that's what he's doing. Because the best two Bruno performances back to back have been his past two performances. I thought he was very good against Leicester, and I thought he was good in the Nou Camp. Before that, I was criticizing his performances. But one thing he can do when we talk about modern day games and how important fullbacks are, he'll do a job on the fullback. We've seen him do it when we played City at home. I can't remember who was playing fullback that day.
He runs a lot.
Yeah, like, and that helps. Like, very, very similar to how Pat G Sung, you know what I'm saying, years ago would do a job on a fullback, and that's important. Yeah, people will mock it and stuff like that, but especially in today's game, with how good modern day fullbacks are and how key they are to top teams. So yeah, Bruno out wide in certain games, I'm all for. I just want him to perform better. If he performs like he did against Leicester or in the first leg, I have no complaints. I thought he was very good.
But a good performance for Bruno is getting stats. That's what people need to understand, bro. Like, because I wouldn't say 62% pass completion is having a good game, in my opinion. But he got 2 assists last game when he done that. Do you know what I mean? So no, bro, you can't chat to him. You know, like that. And this is the game, bro. The game is now, at the end of the match, what can you show me on paper? It's not about what you do in the game. Like someone said, that Bruno even admitted on the real thing that he gives the ball away. Of course he has to admit it, bruv. That's like me admitting I'm black, bro. It ain't a secret. You know them ones, they ain't a secret. Like the numbers are there.
Yeah, I think it's more so. I've always said with Bruno, it's context added in. This is how I look at him with him giving the ball away. All offensive players are going to give the ball away. To me, it's how you give the ball away and where you give the ball away. They're the two key things. My biggest issue with Bruno isn't him in the final third. My biggest issue was him losing the ball in the defensive third, in the middle third, trying a through ball when it's not on, or trying an expansive pass when it's not on. Like last game of last season, where we smashed the ball up. That's my point. That's where I have an issue. Against Leicester, I seen you trying the right things. You're trying to hit a through ball. All right, you didn't get the through ball, didn't come off, but that's the correct move. It's all about decision making. But that's just me from a personal standpoint. That's why against Leicester, I'm like, I didn't complain about what you was doing. Even take aside the 2 assists. I'm like, all right, I can see what's going on. And then obviously you helped with the 2 assists as well. But he's just don't lose the ball. Like the last game of last season when the throw in and he smashed it up in the air. Who were you trying to pass the ball to?
Oh yeah, it was Palace.
It was Palace. And he gave away the goal, and he did it against someone else. And I know McTominay gave away a penalty as well. I'm like, that's where my issue lies.
In the air, it was a throw-in, and he did that thing where he tried to volley it first time to the other side of the pitch.
Trying to volley, I usually
that. Got intercepted. Yeah.
I'm saying you better control the ball.
But the problem is, the problem with that is, in the modern game, you get praise for that. I have to accept it, bro. Like my man saying he's not accepting players, that brother, you have to. Like, do you know what I mean? You have to, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because the way the game's going now, fuck what you saw, blood. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what you saw. Do you know what I mean? Because it's what's on paper. Nobody cares what you saw. You know what I mean? Bruno off the ball is crucial to our game, he said. Exactly. What Bruno does in terms of his pressing and how much he covers ground and he doesn't get injured, that to my disdain, because there was a few times I wanted to see the team without him just to see how it works, but it looks like that's not going to happen because this fucker's made out of vibranium or something. Do you know what I mean? So Bray don't get injured, fam.
You don't get injured.
No, I'm saying you don't get injured. You know what I mean? Like it's bruv, it just gets like that. Do you know what I mean? So off the ball, I understand what he gives us. Do you know what I'm saying? On the ball, like 1 out of 2 times he does a bozo thing, like most of the time. So it's weird. And when you look at his average assists, most of them are to Rashford, bruv. These are just passes into space. To be honest, that anyone can do. Like, do you know what I mean? So, do you know what I mean? My personal preference is not players like him because I feel like players like him are very replaceable. But in this system right now, out wide, he gives us a lot defensively. He helps us through the press. And even if he gives the ball away, it's less in dangerous positions. Before, he was playing in midfield. He was dropping in. Before we had Casemiro, he was dropping into spaces, trying to pick off the ball off defenders and that. He can't play. Do you know what I mean? And he was losing the ball, in defensive areas, bro. I think was it the Leeds game, blood, where he tried to do the flick, blood, and then man,
the Leeds game. It was the Leeds game. The one
man tried to do the flick and that. Like now, he's not picking up the ball in those areas, And you have to give the manager a lot of credit for moving him away from the goal. Like, not only am I going to move you away from the goal, but I'm going to put you out there as well.
Yeah, man.
You know, like
traffic.
I think as a midfielder as well, what's very important as a midfielder, especially in our system, because sometimes we get pressed a lot, and in midfield they're trying to take the ball off our midfielders. You have to be able to get out of tight spaces, and that's something that Bruno isn't able to do. Unfortunately, I can't remember one game, or do you know what I mean, where he was in a tight space and he just done a little skill, got away from his man. He can't do that because, as we've seen against Leeds, the first goal that we conceded, tight space. If you press him, he gives away the ball, then he moans and all of that stuff, and then we concede a chance or we concede a goal. So to be honest, it's going to be very interesting to see what or who Ten Hag's going to get in the summer for that number 10 position, because I assume he doesn't want to carry on playing Weghorst there, even if we sign him permanently. And Bruno's not going to play there. So it'll be interesting to see, man, who we're going to get in that number 10 position. I'm assuming it's going to be a ball carrier, technically very sound, can play a through ball, has vision, all of that stuff. So it'd be interesting to see, man, who we're going to get. My personal preference, I'd probably say Maddison.
Yeah, but does Maddison fit the profile off the ball, though? I don't know, innit?
Yeah, that's why I have my doubts. On the ball, I've got no doubts.
Yeah, but he is playing Sancho there, and
yeah, but Sancho's pressing stats are very good.
He's good.
There you go. Yeah,
I reckon Maddison can match that. Is what I'm saying. I trust him enough off the ball. Bear in mind, I think if we dominate the ball more in a possession-based side, we're doing less pressing. I'm not against Maddison. I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Maddison. But then it's good to have options as well.
Oh, and what you guys saying about this Mason Mount situation? Because I've seen him linked with VAR.
That's not real, blood. That's not real. Mason Mount's Mason Mount's fucking agent is out here playing silly buggers with everyone, trying to get this Chelsea money. He ain't getting, because no one wants this youth, blood.
Yeah,
you know, like that. Come on, man. No one wants Mason Mount. You know, like that. If he's not good enough for Chelsea, why would we take him?
Yeah, it's not. He's one of them, again, just a man of many traits and a master of nothing. He excels at nothing.
And
he's 6, 7 out of 10 at legit everything.
And the funny thing is, the Chelsea fans are only starting to admit that now, when we've been saying it for how long?
Now, because he could go.
Because
I give credit to certain Chelsea fans I know have been on his case and been like, "Yo, this guy's not it. Get him out of my team."
Fair enough.
Like I've seen certain Chelsea fans get so much criticism and so much stick in regards to their criticism of Mount, because he's proper Chelsea, even though he supports Portsmouth, but that's a whole different conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
proper Chelsea, but he supports. But he said it in an interview. He said, he's proper Pompey. That's what he is."
Oh, is that what he's saying?
Yeah, like he said himself, he's a Portsmouth fan. That's why he celebrates so hard against Southampton. Well, obviously not when he played them last, but like anytime he scores there. Yeah, that's why he got booed, because see, you think Southampton fans are just randomly booing some Cobham graduate? No, it's because he's Pompey. You know what I'm saying?